these two teams would eventually meet in a league championship. You would have thought it was going to be last year.
Yeah, but this postseason, it's just been different. We talk about baseball a game of streaks. Both these guys have really gotten hot towards the end of the year. Regina got some wins against Saskatoon. Sylvan Lake got some wins against Okotoks, splitting a home and home towards the end of the year there. Beating Okotoks for the first time in postseason history. I felt like last year for Sylvan Lake getting that leg up on Okotoks in the regular season kind of got them dreaming of sugar plums and all that. When the postseason came around, they just really fell flat, as it was for the Red Sox getting swept by the Mavericks after winning the Trans-Canada Clash against Moose Jaw, getting some good wins against Saskatoon. They thought that would be the same. Coming into the season, both of these teams stocked up on juniors, stocked up on seniors, a couple of hometown guys, but really looked for guys that can win now, guys that were maybe a little bit more developed than other guys in the player pools.
Full count now to James Wright. Pitch here inside. He fouls it off to stay alive. Like much of this Red Sox lineup, Wright has heated up down the stretch. There goes the runner. Pitch is high, and it's a walk of James Wright. 2 runners on. The first time a base runner has been in scoring position for either team tonight.
And 2 walks. This is very unconventional for Tucker on the mound. He did walk the last playoff game, but that was across 7 innings. Here he's already walked 2 over 1 1/3.
Number 8 hitter coming to the plate, Jordan Tucker. 3 for 13 in that series against Saskatoon. He went, his first pitch swinging, fouled out of play and into the seats. Scored 2 runs, had 2 doubles, struck out 3 times in 3 games. The OPS this season, .537. And when he fouls back to the screen off the dirt. Tucker with 3 strikeouts, but he's a guy that you kind of expect him to strike out about once per game, but he doesn't usually strike out that second time. And he comes up big in some big situations as well. This one on the ground to Flores. The flip over to the second baseman. They'll get just the 1. So Wright is out on the fielder's choice, and Tucker over at first with Mons advancing to third.
Interesting call to go to second. I do like it trying to get one of the lead runners and force runners on the corners. A lot of the play at second to make this third out a little bit easier. But talking about, like you see there, it's able to get on and kind of scrap your at bats. Not going to wow you, but second, third time through the order, he's a dangerous guy. That's what you want at the bottom of the lineup.
Swing and a miss here by Justin Samard to start his first plate appearance of the night. Is now the Red Sox about to go through the lineup, a full rotation. Number 9 hitter up. Pitch low and in. Samard lays off that one. Samard played just 1 full game. I believe he came in as a defensive substitution in game 2 and then played game 3 against Saskatoon. Went 1 for 4 with a strikeout. That one fouled to the screen. Count goes to 1-2 against Josh Tucker. Might get a little tripped up between Jordan and Josh tonight, unfortunately. This is the way she goes. Tucker looking to get out of the jam. Swing and a miss. Down goes Samard. First strikeout of the night for Josh Tucker. And he strands 2 base runners on. The Red Sox get a runner in scoring position, but no further. Score remains 0-0. We got donuts on the board. We'll be back on Flow Spring.
With Gemini and Google Meet, AI captures and organizes meeting notes, freeing you up to focus on the conversation. Get the meeting summary for every call. That's Google Workspace with Gemini.
The Digital Overdose Response System is a way for Albertans using opioids or other substances to get emergency help if they become unconscious. Press the start button on the app and confirm your location. Once the timer starts, if you don't cancel or extend your session, an alarm will try to alert you, and an emergency alert is sent to a response center.
This is the Emergency Link Center. We've received an alarm. Are you okay?
If you say no or don't answer, medical help will be sent to your location.
With Google Workspace, apps like Docs, Drive, Gmail, and Meet are connected and in one.
Gets at the track, keeps his eye up the whole way. Out number 2.
The wind is pushing out to left field slightly. I would say almost more directly from right field to left field. But when you're pulling the ball, that's a little bit of wind still helps out to left. Top of the order up now, leadoff hitter Tai Yukamoto in, and he's down 0-2 quickly to Udi Singer after a called strike and a foul ball. Udi Singer looking to keep this a scoreless ball game. This one popped over the head of Fox. Chasing after it is Tucker, and he makes the grab at the shoestrings for out number 3. Jordan Tucker out and left. Big defensive plays here early. Top of the order coming up for Regina. You're watching Red Sox baseball on Flow Sports.
With Google Workspace, apps like Docs, Drive, Gmail, and Meet are connected and in one place, so your whole team can make updates and stay up to date in real time. That's working together with Google Workspace.
The Digital Overdose Response System is a way for Albertans using opioids or other substances to get emergency help if they become unconscious. Press the start button on the app and confirm your location. Once the timer starts, if you don't cancel or extend your session, an alarm will try to alert you, and an emergency alert is sent to a response center.
This is the Emergency Link Center. We've received an alarm. Are you okay?
If you say no or don't answer, medical help will be sent to your location.
Like we're good?
Yep.
Pitch ball low and away. One-oh count here from Josh Tucker. Jackson swinging, put into left. It's going to drop in front of Lewis for a base hit. First of the night for the right fielder, Raphael Jackson, to lead things off in the bottom of the third inning.
Times the swing pretty well. Gets a little blooper out into center. Lewis doesn't read it well off the bat, so he comes in, doesn't get to see it in time to make the grab. Lead-off hit for Jackson, something he's done plenty of times.
Zaid Brannigan, who grounded out to the shortstop. First plate appearance, drawing back in. Takes a first pitch ball. Again, beautiful night for baseball. The sun's starting to set off to the west. As Tucker will look Jackson back to first, diving in. So we had 1,700 here on Monday night. If you were to guess how many were here tonight, what would yours be, Elliot?
Well, there's two little pouches right where the concession and the beer stands are, and there's a good chunk of people currently populated around there. We see both kind of foul fences, first base and third base side, super packed. And if we want to count them, just over right field, just out of our camera's view, there's a little hill called Mount Pleasant here in North Regina. And I want to say there's a good about 75 to 100.
There might be another 100 people on the hill, yeah.
All in lawn chairs and picnic blankets, all parked out there. So I wouldn't be hesitant to say around 2,000, maybe 21.
That would be my guess as well. They sold out all the tickets online. And there were, Jackson's running, ball's inside, throw well offline. Jackson steals the base, and Brannigan ahead in the count, 3-1.
Stolen base number 4 in the postseason for Jackson. He is so good on that, getting that quick jump.
So another runner in scoring position now for Regina. Zaid Brannigan ahead 3-1 in the count. Look back by Tucker. Now the delivery fouled back to the screen fills the count at 3-2. Matthew Fox waiting on deck for his opportunity. Fox already 1 for 1 with a single. Brannigan still at the plate, looking to get on base. Pitch low and inside, and he'll draw a walk here. Third walk that the Regina lineup has drawn already tonight.
Yeah, very unconventional, and that's going to spark a meeting on the mound here for Tucker. They'll get the Sylvan Lake pitching staff out to talk to him really quickly.
So these teams played back on June 22nd. It was supposed to be a 2-game weekend set here in Regina, but a rain out forced the game to become a doubleheader on the Sunday. Regina won both of those games, giving up just 8 hits between the two and winning 8-0 and 4-3 respectively. But one thing to note, these two teams are very different since then.
Yeah, Sylvan Lake Gulls winning 29 games, only losing 9 since then. They had a lot of games on the road. Some of those wins came against the Gulls, same against the Berries. Played some really good baseball just team-wide. Felt like that, maybe that was just a travel thing, that loss. That wasn't their true self. And they really proved that over the next couple games.
So Huck Craig breaks up the mound visit, and we get the ball game back rolling. And for Regina, they used 4 pitchers that series. Only one of them remains on the roster. It's Tyler Fort. The other 3 have all since left for a variety of different reasons, but are no longer with the club. So, and similarly, on the offensive side for Regina, only about 5 Regina hitters have even taken an at-bat against the Sylvan Lake Gulls this year.
I think that's more the key than the pitchers. Udi Zenger has a lot of experience this season.
Swing and a miss by Matthew Fox at a great breaking ball out of Josh Tucker in the dirt. Had Fox off balance.
Yeah, but for these Red Sox batters, getting some kind of pitches against these Gulls, no matter what it is, it's just going to be so important.
So 0-2 count now to Matthew Fox. Raphael Jackson off of second. Zaid Brannigan at first. Tucker, long look back at Jackson. Pitch high and in. Call the ball out of Huck Craig. As Fox, we've seen the maturity of Matthew Fox over these last couple seasons. It's not that he didn't have good offensive numbers last year. He's been stellar in the field the past 2 seasons up in Regina. But the bat and the power has really come this year. Fouls that one off. Stays alive.
Yes, for some context, last year Fox batted towards the top of the lineup and was oftentimes the leadoff man. Looked like they were trying to do that again at the start of the year for the Red Sox. Ended up kind of struggling. Went back down to the 9, to the 8, to the 7 spot. Then got some power back towards the later end of the year. That was because some of the sluggers left the team. Really filled that hole. And as you said, really matured.
That one popped foul and out of play. The ball was outside the zone, but he stretched at it, makes contact. Tucker already at 55 pitches in this ball game. Has yet to record an out here in the bottom of the 3rd. So the Red Sox continue to make him work. Count remains 1-2, 2 runners on, no outs. 0-0 ball game. Another long look back at the runner at second. This one hit hard into center field. That's going to get down. They'll hold Jackson up at 3rd. So a bases loaded situation now for Regina for Brady Bye.
And Sylvan Lake are lucky. Jackson was really second guessing that ball hit into left. He thought that maybe the center fielder Lewis or the left fielder Quick had a play on it. Kind of held halfway. If he's maybe hustling a little bit more, he's coming around to score. Smart job to look up for it. But it'll make way for a very dangerous hitter. Worth noting, there are still none out.
I think for Jackson there, he just had to make sure 100%. Bye, swinging at the first pitch. This one into the gap in left center. Lewis, chasing after it. He kind of slips after making the grab, but across the plate comes Jackson, and the Red Sox draw first blood here in the finals.
Jackson makes up for his, not necessarily mistake, but decision on the last play. No double clutching here, going all the way nowhere that was going into center. Good read by Lewis. Slips again. Not sure what's going on. We've seen 3 slips, 2 in the infield, 1 in the out on fielding plays by both teams. Still runners on the corners.
The Red Sox have a lead now, 1-0 in the bottom of the third. The first WCBL team to do it this postseason. Lethbridge unable to do it. Okotoks unable to do it. Regina has here in game one of the league final. That one lined hard at the Gulls dugouts as players were diving out of the way. So the count 0-1 to Jalen Myers. Myers drew a walk, first plate appearance. This one hit up the middle. That one, great play there by Yukamoto. The throw to first is in time.
The Digital Overdose Response System is a way for Albertans using opioids or other substances to get emergency help if they become unconscious. Press the start button on the app and confirm your location. Once the timer starts, if you don't cancel or extend your session, an alarm will try to alert you, and an emergency alert is sent to a response center.
This is the Emergency Link Center. We've received an alarm. Are you okay?
If you say no or don't answer, medical help will be sent to your location. The Digital Overdose Response System is a way for Albertans using opioids or other substances.
Game one of the WCBL playoffs. This one hit hard into right field. Jackson on the first pitch, under it. Out number one as Flores goes down.
Yeah, season high in attendance here at Curry Field. Again, I'm not sure if we are officially allowed to count the people on the hill.
Yes.
There's only more growing. I'll tell you that right now.
Yes. We'll give a shout out to I know there's a couple watch parties in Sylvan Lake going on right now. So if you guys are watching the broadcast, we thank you for tuning in at Lodge 48 and at Snake Lake Brewing. Saw the Gulls tweeting and posting the advertisements for those watch parties. So we say hello to the fans, not just across Western Canada, but across North America. Oh, gets the call there. Does Xander Udi Singer. Looked a little outside from up here, but nonetheless, Udi Singer up 0-2 against Brock Tirrenia. And I know the Gulls too. This one popped foul. We're going to attempt to have a watch party at Gulls Field, but unfortunately, due to the weather, had to cancel it. So good on the couple local establishments in Sylvan Lake to get those watch parties set up here pretty quickly. Last second to get those up. 0-2 pitch once again from Udi Singer's low. Taken by Terrina.
That's smart from the DH. Swings at the first couple, able to protect the plate really well. So he gets an eye on what Udi Zenger throws over the plate.
And Tony Gilbert on deck. This one hit up the middle, just past Udi Singer, as Tiarina takes it right back to where it came from for a base hit. And he's standing on first.
And off
First
the end
of the night for him.
Off the end of the bat, when you're kind of reaching for those balls, the key is that follow through. He's able to get a really good run after contact. That's hard to do, especially for a lefty reaching out like that. He's able to get on. That's a big 2-0 strike hit. And, talking about Sylvan Lake again, their watch parties, they're really state-of-the-art stadium. That town and all the towns around it really have really adapted to Sylvan Lake and really taken them as really the top club, not just in baseball, but in sports in that area.
This one popped into foul territory once again by going to the screen. He's going to look it off of it as it gets out of play and foul. And then the fan at the concession makes a great grab.
Yeah, there's still a big line there, and it looked like someone off the bounce was able to make the grab turn the other way.
Can't be taking your eyes off the ball game, even if you're grabbing a hot dog. The line has to be about 50, 60 people deep, couple rows. So the count 0-1. Udi Singer the pitch. This one pop foul and out of play once again off to our right. Gilbert, one of the few players in this lineup tonight who did not play against the Red Sox back on June 22nd. No plate appearances against Regina this year. Went 4 for 8 in that division final, though. Pitch just outside. Gilbert takes it. Guy gives the sign. Udi agrees and sets. And the delivery to the plate, low and away. Gilbert stays off of it once again.
And so far, the second time through this order for Udi Zenger, it feels like he gets up in these at-bats, and he's trying to draw that last swing, trying to use that as a strikeout pitch.
That one fouled back once again as Gilbert stays alive. So the count remains 2-2.
And now Udi Zenger goes high fastball. Really like the call. I'd like to see him go back to it. Doesn't want to necessarily go across the plate. Try to go fastball away. But Gilbert is doing a good job fouling off these pitches.
2-2 pitch again. There goes the runner. Pitch is inside. The throw to second is late. So stolen base for Brock Tiarina. And the count moves full to 3-2. Great jump by the base runner Tiarina to steal that base. First time Sylvan Lake has had a runner in scoring position tonight.
And late in the count as well. First stolen base of the playoffs for Tiarina.
3-2 pitch. Doesn't get the call. Huck Craig says it missed low. And so Gilbert walks to first. 2 runners on. Again, the first time Sylvan Lake has been able to do that against Udi Singer tonight.
And again, Udi Zenger trying to go low, trying to break that swing. After getting a couple pitches foul back. Thinks he can maybe bait it out, but good discipline shown by the Gulls batters.
Michael Quick, who has a single already tonight, a single here, would likely score a runner from second. Gets a called strike on the outer part out of Huck Craig to begin the at-bat. These two teams are neck and neck on the offensive side. Regina has played 1 more game and has scored 8 more runs, averaging 7.4 per game. Sylvan Lake 7.5 per game. This one popped foul out of play And then on the defensive side, Sylvan Lake has given up less than 2 runs per game, 9 in the postseason, while Regina, who has had to go up against 2 really heavy offensive teams in Medicine Hat and Saskatoon, have given up 26 runs, an average of 5 per. But we mentioned it. The bats have also awakened for Regina, which, if you're scoring more than the other team, you're winning ball games. I don't know if you knew that was a good strategy or not, but
Yeah, that's what they say. That's that MLB The Show knowledge coming out right now.
Yes. Got tons of that, that's for sure. 1-2 pitch to Michael Quick. This one grounded. Just goes fast.
1 out.
Yes, but for Regina, the last time they were in this championship series, the Sylvan Lake Gulls were but a speck in the eye of the WCBL. I think it had been announced that the team was coming as they completed the construction of their ballpark in Sylvan Lake, a beautiful stadium, one that has been mimicked and may likely be mimicked as well, hopefully soon here in Regina.
Yeah, they won't officially say that Regina's potential new park is inspired by Sylvan Lake, but I can tell
This
you
one
this.
hit up the middle. That one's going to be a tough play for Fox. Thrown across his body. He makes the play. Wow. Matthew Fox ranging to his left. What a throw.
First was Myers. There's Fox. This defense for Regina has come to play in this final third. They recognize that Wcbl struggled a little bit in that sixth, but they're going to have to come out and make some plays here to record these last couple outs.
Top of the order, John Yukamoto coming back to the plate for Sylvan Lake. He is 1 for 3, but his last time up in the fifth was a base hit. He had a fly out to left and then a line drive. Also out to left. He's been hitting it the opposite field. I believe that actually happened in game 2 against Okotoks. 4 straight batters hit one into left field to start the ball game. That was how they scored their first run against Okotoks. All for base hits, just 4 straight line drives into left. That one, great pitch there by Wcbl. Count moves to 2-1.
And that's pretty much the antithesis of what this team is. It's a death by 1,000 paper cuts. They'll play small ball, not necessarily bunting and stealing bases, just moving that chess piece a little bit forward every single at bat.
Fouled back and off the glove of Brady By to the screen. Evens the count at 2-2. Coming up on 2 hours of our broadcast, just under that mark. Probably cross it next batter if it happens or during the break. 2-2 pitch, 2 outs, nobody on to the leadoff hitter, Tai Yukamoto. Fouls it back to the screen. He's very quick to the baseball, is Yakamoto. Because even on that fastball, he was behind on the swing, but just was able to get the barrel to it quickly and foul it off. That one high and away moves the count full. Again, Sylvan Lake has not led in this ball game yet tonight. This one hit into left center, into the gap. No Tucker able to get there and make the grab. 1, 2, 3, go the Gulls in the top of the 7th. We'll stretch here at Curry Field.
Go get him, Bruce.
And be right back here on Flow. Back here after the 7th inning stretch, 2,000 strong here at Curry Field, taking in our ball game. 18 inside the ballpark, about 200 sitting out on Mount Pleasant over right field. A beautiful night for baseball. And then on the mound, we have a pitching change. Tyler Chatwood going to the bullpen for the first time tonight.
Garrett Lundmark, another Spokane, Washington pitcher. This time it's going to be the righty making the play. 3-1 in the regular season with a 3 ERA. 8 games, only 1 on those. 18 total pitching innings. 20-9 strikeout to walk ratio. And in the playoffs, he last pitched against the Okotoks Dogs in the 7-3 win, where he went 3 1/3, allowing 1 base hit, no runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. His other game came on the 8th of August in a 6-2 win against Lethbridge, where he went an inning allowing 1 earned run, 2 base hits, and striking out 2 across only 5 batters.
As Zade Brannigan leads off the bottom of the 7th for Regina, Josh Tucker goes 6 full, gives up 8 hits, walks 4, strikes out 7, gives up 2 runs, both earned. A very good performance for both starting pitchers tonight, and now it's in the hands of the bullpen. A 2-2 tie ball game. That pitch high and in moves the count to 2-0 for Brannigan.
The biggest number on that line for Tucker for me is the 7 strikeouts. He didn't start the game all that well with those, but 4 straight at one point of the game. Got a couple as the game continued. He really stepped it up in that department.
In his last 3 innings of work, he had 6 strikeouts. He had 1 in the 2nd. But yeah, he really gone better, and you mentioned it, Elliot, earlier. He got better as his outing went on. Just whatever Regina had been sitting on earlier in the ball game, he completely changed it up. That pitch outside, Zade Brannigan works the leadoff walk. And Matthew Fox, who has a home run tonight, a solo shot in the 5th inning, coming to the plate, and Fox is 3 for 3 tonight.
He's a dangerous man, and he's going to be someone that we'll see if Lombard wants to pitch away from. Yeah, this Curry Field crowd can feel it. Fox has got a good bat in his hand. With a runner on, that's danger.
Fox is now 10 for 24 this postseason. Make it 11 for 25. Brannigan's going to round second and head to third. The play not in time. Matthew Fox with a runner on first. It's a single, and there's runners on the corners for Brady Bye.
He sees a perfect fastball right down the middle. Trying to establish the zone was Lundmark, and he just said, why not? I'll take a hack at it. Pulls it beautifully into right. Excuse me, pushes it into right. My apologies. Good swing on that one. Brannigan, not even a second thought. He was going to third all the way. And runners on the corners for Bye. Lundmark has himself in a bit of a pickle, and that's going to get a quick mound visit here before he can ever register an out.
Yeah, mound visit here in Curry Field. Letting the Gulls coaching staff hear it is now the fans here. They know this is a big situation in this ball game.
Yeah, this is the biggest opportunity that maybe this had ever since they scored that first run back in the 4th. Because, man, Tucker was throwing shutout baseball. We said if he goes maybe even into the 8th inning, maybe goes all the way through the 7th, that's going to be a tight window for Regina to score any kind of runs. But, you know, down to their last 9, first 2 batters get on. All of a sudden, there's a little more wind in the sails of Regina. Ikabuchi starting to lock in a little bit more on his side. Now it's time for Sylvan Lake's reliever to do the same as Lundmark tries to get his first out.
Now, on the other side of that, though, Josh Tucker had 110 pitches on the night. Tough to let him go another full inning potentially. Brady Bye swinging at the first pitch, popped into foul territory. Over there is Gilbert. He makes the play. Fox flinches over to second, but he'll walk back. Tough pop-up in foul territory out of Brady Bye for out number 1.
Got under it. Another fastball that kind of came in and then dropped at the last second, so he wasn't able to get the best contact on it. Imagine the Red Sox batter still swinging first pitch. Lundberg has yet to establish that zone. Let's not forget Brannigan did reach on a 5-pitch walk that he didn't even swing at one at.
That one high and in as Jalen Myers steps in. First pitch is at the eyes, well inside. As the Lundmark looks to establish this plate appearance. Myers is 0 for 2. He's been on base once with a walk tonight. Has grounded into a double play as well. And struck out. That one. Sharp grounder. Right field side, foul. Again, just talking to these players, it's been getting the big hits in big situations, in situations like this, just finding a little bit of green grass for a ball to land on. Hasn't necessarily been hard contact. Just getting timely hits in big situations has been the difference for Regina this postseason, and it wasn't something that was happening during the regular season very often. Counts 2-1 to Myers. Pitches inside, moves the count to 3-1.
Good discipline shown by Myers. Reached already once by a walk. He'd be totally fine with loading these bases. Making way for another hot batter currently on deck.
Big cheer here from Curry Field in the 3-1 count. Trying to help Myers get on base. Swing and a miss, fills the count.
That one high, but it looked like it was still pretty in the zone. Myers just went chasing at it. 3-1, you usually get in the green light.
Fox, who has a couple stolen bases this year. It'll be interesting to see if he goes on the pitch. He is not. Pitch called a strike on the outer half as Huck Craig rings up Jalen Myers. His second strikeout of the night for Myers. First for Lundmark.
Well, good way to turn for Lundmark to get the last 2 outs. This will be his toughest with Monts coming up 2 for 2.
Monts is 2 for 3 on the night. Check swing went all the way around. And for Monts, usually you're better in the lefty-righty matchup, but he has been on base 3 times tonight going against the lefty. Tucker hoping to continue his hot night at the plate. Another half swing out of Ian Monts. Almost 3/4 as he goes all the way around, and he's down 0-2 here as Lundmark looks to work out of the jam.
I wonder if he's waiting for that ball to break. It doesn't. He's kind of holding off, but he already goes most of the way through.
0-2 pitch. There goes Fox. Swing and a miss. The first 2 runners get on for Regina. One gets stranded in scoring position as Lundmark able to get the pop-up and 2 strikeouts to the next 3 batters. Score remains 2-2. 2 innings of regulation left to play. We'll be back. Of the 8th inning, it has been a great night here of baseball in game 1 of the best of 3 of the WCBL Championship Final. 2-2 ball game, and Aiden Page, who has been the best, not just reliever, but best pitcher for Regina this postseason, coming to the mound for Ipathakos.
Best of postseason and best as of late. He's won or has been a part of 4 wins for Regina, including 2 against Saskatoon and 1 against Medicine across this postseason. In the regular season, a 2-3 record across 17 appearances. 4 of them are starts. A 5.22 ERA across 51 2/3 innings pitched. 52-29 strikeout to walk ratio. In the postseason, it's 11-2. 2 saves on the year across 3 appearances, or 2 saves in the playoffs across 3 appearances. A 1-0 record. As I mentioned, 2 of those Saskatoon wins he pitched against, where he went 4 innings, was given the win in game 1, and went 3 2/3 in game 2. And in game 2, he only allowed 2 hits, and in neither appearances, he allowed a run.
He begins things off here with a called strike, swinging strike out of Jaden Flores. Flores 1 for 3. Hit a single in the first inning, has flown out to right field and then hit that line drive comebacker right to Xander Udi Singer in the 5th for out number 3 in that inning.
And man, this tension is just getting so much thicker as both teams enter their final 6 outs.
One-two pitch from Page. Low and in the dirt. Flores lays off. Page, a guy that's a little shorter in stature. What he lacks in height, he makes up with heart. Counts 3-2 now to Flores. Got a chance to talk with him yesterday as well ahead of the series. Just said feels like right now his team, they want it more. And that is what has gotten these Red Sox to this point. Low and in the dirt. Flores works the walk to lead things off, top of the 8th.
Not the way you want to start if you're Page. Only allowed 2 walks across the entire postseason. And only 1 against Saskatoon. We know your defense is there. They were there for Yakabuchi. They were there for Udi Zanger at the start of this game. Feels like they've kind of woken up. You can put these balls on the ground. But against this next batter, it's going to be pretty tough.
Yeah, Brock Tirina comes in 2 for 3. Has singled each of his last 2 plate appearances and then come across to score runs. Another ball out of the strike zone by Aiden Page. Gotta imagine he's worked multiple innings 3 times already this postseason. Feels like he's working every second day. 1-0 count. Pitch is in there. Called a strike. Much better pitch to even the count at 1-1.
Really well done, Page. Finally establishing that strike zone towards the outer part to the lefty.
Tirina shows bunt, but it hits the batter in the box, so called a foul.
That was going to be a tight one to field for Regina, so a bit of a break there. Ipathakos just asking a little bit about it. So it would have been the 1 for sure.
So Tirina, who played in both of those games on June 22nd, went 1 for 2 that day, drew 2 walks, also struck out once. So the average at 500, it was a single, which he hit. 1-2 pitch here. Aiden Page pitches low and in. Evens the count at 2-2. This ball game far from over. This one hit up the middle. It's right at Fox. Makes the grab. The play at first is in time. Double play. Thanks to Matthew Fox once again.
Matthew Fox reads it beautifully, coming in towards second base. On a hop, makes the grab, heads up play to throw it over. Flores has to get that lead, get that secondary lead. Gets called out, and Aiden Page has a bit more wind in his sails here with two gone.
A big double play. That one, if it's even 3 feet higher, is a base hit into left center. But instead, it's right into the glove. The shift paying off perfectly for Regina. Matthew Fox heads up defense again. And the base is clear now with 2 outs for Anthony Gilbert. Is that kind of defense this postseason? Check swing. Gilbert did not go around. Red Sox fans trying to stay in this ball.
Sure to go back there. That one really tight over at first. Page, really good pickoff move early, the throw over to first. Right asking about that one, the first baseman.
Really close. Trevor Drury over there at first base. Of course, 4-man crew tonight. They've been doing a really good job setting a high standard for the rest of this WCBL Championship Series. Swing and a miss out of Michael Quick. Count goes to 2-2. Page, 1 strike away from getting through the 8th. Trip Ray awaits on deck. Should he get an opportunity? 1-2 pitch. Popped in the air, playable for Fox, shallow center field. He calls everybody off, makes the grab. The Red Sox keep this game tied. Aiden Page with another stellar outing. It's 2-2. Bottom of the 8th when we return on Flow Sports. lays off. Bottom of the 8th inning as our great night of baseball. Regulation coming to a close. Just 3 half innings remaining. But the game is tied 2-2. Give one reminder that if you're looking for the highlights of this game, you can find them tomorrow on the Western Canadian Baseball League YouTube page. Swing and a miss from right to even the count at 1-1.
And they'll also post full game replays a couple days after. Sorry to cut you off on your read there. But a very good way to get some scouting and get some more information on the league, that WCBL YouTube channel.
Yes, thanks to our friends at Flow Sports and IKS Media, who've been doing a great job with the broadcast work across the league this season. Teeing up each day's games every single day through the postseason for the last 3 months. They've been working hard. Pitches outside, fills the count at 3-2. I know Clark Monroe and his crew have put in a lot of effort to make this season a success. It's our first season using Flow Sports, and can't be more pleased with what I saw this year with the team. Right, hits this one high and into the left center. Lewis will be called off by Quick, who makes the grab for out number 1.
Good communication by the outfielders, Quick and Lewis. That one looked like it was going to go more towards center field, but the left fielder, usually the center fielder is the one that kind of rules that territory and overrules the other corner outfielders. Instead, the left fielder comes in to make the play. And the job for Regina with 7, 8, 9 up this inning, just get this lineup turned over to the likes of Jackson and such. Only 1 hit between these last 3.
And the man who got it was Jordan Tucker, a line drive into left field. He hit back in the 4th inning. 1-0 pitch, high and in, moves the count to 2-0 as he gets ahead. He struck out his last plate appearance in the 6th. That was when Josh Tucker was mowing down Regina Red Sox batters. That one put in play, foul territory. It's going to get out of play. And into the seats. Pitch here from Lundmark. Fouled back to the screen. Count goes to 2-2. Lundmark is picked up right where Josh Tucker left off. Lundmark gave up a leadoff walk last inning and then a single immediately after, but then stranded both runners on with 2 strikeouts, a part of that inning. And he was able to get the first batter here in the bottom of the 8th. Hard hit up the middle. Able to make the play is Flores. Running away from the first base bag. The throw is in time. Great play at second base by Sylvan Lake.
Job at second, a good job at first by Markins. Fields that one on the stretch. He has made a lot of great plays over at first. He's been a real mainstay in this game.
Number 9 hitter and third baseman tonight, Justin Simard, coming to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts and 1 walk. He drew that walk last plate appearance in the 6th inning. Takes a first pitch strike from Lundmark. Falls behind 0-1. Bye.